Coming up on Fulton Today, public safety agencies come together to plan for the next big emergency. We'll have details of the important information for both the county and its residents. And the July primary is just around the corner. Fulton's newest ambassadors learn how to ensure a smooth election day. Fulton Today is next.
From the Government Center in downtown Atlanta, you're watching Fulton Today with Shania Chavis.
Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis. Over 50 top-level public safety and public personnel train on whatever will be the next big emergency in our county. From fire to police to 911, emergency management pulled together a large group to practice this emergency plan. Matthew Kallmeyer is the director of the Atlanta Fulton County Emergency Management Division. Matthew, welcome back to Fulton Today.
Thanks for having me today.
So, wow, you had some essential county personnel all in this one room. Why conduct this kind of training?
One of the things you always find after an emergency or an exercise is communications is on the top of the list of things to improve on. So what we really did during this exercise is push for better communication. We heard loud and clear from our different departments that we need to coordinate better on our communication. And what we're going to walk away with is making sure that we have one voice and one message so everyone knows what's going to be happening as we move forward during an emergency situation.
And we've had our share of emergencies here in the county, from the big ice storm a couple of years ago to the courthouse shooting. Remind everybody why it is so critical for public safety personnel to be able to communicate.
Our ultimate goal for this type of training is to be better prepared. There's no better time to actually do this than when the weather is sunny and perfect outside. Another goal that we have when we get together like this is for coordination. It's important that each person on the team knows what the other team member is doing and understands how their role is part of a much bigger game plan.
And Matthew, will Homeland Security recognize this kind of training, and if so, how?
Excellent question. Yes, this actually will be recognized by the Department of Homeland Security because we followed their HSEEP guidelines. That's the Homeland Security Exercise and Evaluation Program. Many of the different public safety agencies have sent individuals to this certification class to make sure that we have a standardized process for better preparing ourselves for emergency situations. What we'll do is take the information that we got from this exercise, conduct an after-action review, and figure out what we need to do to work to become better prepared for other types of emergency situations that may face us in this area.
And of course, we'd like to get your final thoughts.
We'd like to remind all citizens to have 3 layers of redundancy. It's something that we practice in public safety, and it's something that we should all practice at home. Have your code red weather notification system. Sign up for that at the county's website. Have the National Weather Service weather radio at home, programmed and ready to go, and also monitor local media for weather updates. These are 3 good ways to know what's approaching your area and help you be better prepared for an approaching severe weather incident.
All right, Matthew Kallmeyer, director of the Atlanta Fulton Emergency Management Division, thank you so much for your time.
Thanks again for having me.
Well, Fulton County youngsters hoping to one day have a career in public safety will soon have a chance to experience the job hands-on. Fulton County Police, Fire, Sheriffs, and Marshals will all host a program called Camp 911 next month. Each agency will teach the campers crime prevention techniques along with first aid and fire safety.
The purpose of the camp is to connect with preteens within our community and give them some basic tools, public safety tools that age group can use in their life.
The classes will be held at the Public Safety Training Center in South Fulton, and all of the classes are free. You can obtain applications for Camp 911 at fultonpolice.org. The camp will be held July 23rd through the 27th from 8:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. Campers will be selected on a first-come, first-served basis and must be residents of unincorporated South Fulton County. Meanwhile, another group of Fulton County youngsters are already discovering what it's like to be in law enforcement. The 12 to 16-year-olds are junior deputies for the Marshals Department. They first got a tour of the county courthouse and Marshals Department, and then they had a full week of activities and public service projects.
The purpose of the Fulton County Marshals Department Junior Deputy Program is to give students in Fulton County, whether they be residing in Fulton County, going to school in Fulton County, or their parent is employed with Fulton County, the opportunity to learn about the various functions of the Marshals Department, learn about physical fitness, mental fitness, develop social skills, positive social skills, leadership skills, and get character and confidence about the things that they do in everyday life.
This is the first group of 2012 junior deputies for the Marshals Department. The second session with more students will start in July. To get more information about the program, contact its program coordinator, Deputy A. Blair, at 404-612-4451. MARTA officials lay out for county commissioners the state of their finances and their future. At a special called meeting, the Transit Systems General Manager, Beverly Scott, briefed Fulton commissioners on the 2013 fiscal year operating and capital budgets. The budget does not include a base fare increase for riders. However, it does include a staggered increase for the mobility base fare.
I think everybody recognizes that MARTA no different than everybody, than all of the other major governmental agencies and American business, is that the models that we've all used over the last 50 to 70 year period of time just don't work in this new economy.
Fulton and DeKalb County taxpayers helped to fund MARTA. For the 5th year in a row, there will not be a merit wage increase for MARTA employees in the 2013 budget. Fulton County Citizens University students now have a better idea of what it will take to pull off a successful election next month and in November. During week 10 of class, the group of Fulton County residents got an overview of the Registration and Elections Department. Administrative Chief April Pye explained the process and the policies the department must follow per state law. The students even got a chance to see a voting machine, heard about the tabulation process, and discovered how their communities can be involved in the process by organizing registration drives.
I'm going to go back first thing and tell them things that they could do. Then I go back to the church and tell them all the things that they're able to do there in the church. And then I go back to my community, because we stay in a community that don't know as much as I know now.
FCCU students wrap up their 12-week-long program with lessons on the justice system and communications. And still to come, it's back to nature with the 3 wise males. We'll explain in our district-by-district coverage next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Fulton commissioners accept funds to help county teens from becoming parents too soon, and Metro business leaders talk economic development with an international guest. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage.
We began in District 1 with another look at the international visit by the governor of Bahia, Brazil, to Fulton County. Chairman John Eves escorted Governor Jacques Wagner to a networking session with Fulton County business leaders in Buckhead. The North Fulton Chamber of Commerce and the Metro Atlanta Chamber of Commerce hosted the event to discuss various industry opportunities, from automotive and renewable energy to mining and construction.
Bahia is the 4th largest state in the country of Brazil, 14 million people, wonderful opportunities in terms of commerce, in terms of education.
As we've shown you, the governments of Fulton County and the state of Bahia, Brazil, have partnered because of their mutual living and business opportunities. Bahia has the 6th largest economy in Brazil, while Fulton County has low business and living costs. District 4 youngsters become wiser thanks to the Chattahoochee Nature Center and a few of their friends. The center brought 3 owls to the Sandy Springs Library for an up-close show and tell. The night hunters, known primarily for their superb hunting skills and unusual sleeping patterns, were quite a sight for the children to see. One owl lover decked out in owl clothes and jewelry. She was completely in awe.
I learned that owls come in all shapes and sizes, and I got to feel the talons and the wings, and I caught a feather, but of course I had to give it back, but it was so cool that I even caught one.
The Chattahoochee Nature Center has a number of fun summer programs for kids. You can visit its website for more information. You can also check out the library's website for more animal programs this summer, including the Zoomobile. District 5 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell officially welcomes her constituents to their new Adamsville Health Center. The state-of-the-art facility offers many different health services, but it will also assist the community in locating employment and child care assistance to patients.
My biggest hope is that we will be able to demonstrate in a quantitative and objective way that the disparities between the health status of children, just take asthma, and other parts of Fulton County has diminished. We know it's not going to be overnight, but we think by bringing quality primary care and preventive care into this community where people have access, like most of us do, to a medical home that have a primary care doctor, don't have to go to Grady and get a different doctor each time they go and stay in emergency rooms. We expect to see some outcomes that we can measure.
The Adamsville Healthcare Center also promotes health and wellness with a community garden and a walking trail on site. The center is located at 3700 Martin Luther King Jr. Drive in Southwest Fulton. District 6 Commissioner Joan Garner joins her constituents in her community for the Mobile Fresh Food Kickoff. Fulton's Cooperative Extension Team is once again providing fresh food in communities that have been identified as being in food deserts. Food deserts are areas that don't have access to mainstream grocery stores with fresh, healthy foods. That is the case in this Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard community that Commissioner Garner serves.
Mainstream groceries and fresh produce are not readily available, so for us to bring that to the citizens will help us in terms of addressing some of the health disparities that we are facing in communities like ours.
This is the second mobile unit for the program, which means now more families can be served fresh fruits and vegetables. Lynn Vaughn will have much more on this story coming up later in the show. A program initiated by District 7 Commissioner William Bill Edwards will receive more funding to help reduce the number of teen dads. The state of Georgia is allocating $25,000 of grant funds for the Personal Responsibility Education Program. This is a federally funded program that educates young people on abstinence and contraception methods. Fulton County has reserved the funds for its Teen Dads program.
Now, what we're going to use this money for is to enhance the curriculum in terms of bringing more dads in, teaching them how to be fathers. So we're excited to the state for showing their interest in helping us to tell teen dads that you have a responsibility, that you must live up to that responsibility, and that there's hope at the end of the tunnel, not only for the teen dad, but for the child and the mother.
The Teen Dads program was recently highlighted on the Oprah Winfrey Network and the South Fulton Good Things Show. For more information about the program, you can call the Teen Dads program coordinator, Roosevelt Muhammad, at 404-730-7944 or email roosevelt.muhammad@fultoncountyga.gov. With this week's District by District coverage, I'm Melissa Lewis.
Still ahead on Fulton Today, health professionals assure county residents about the safety of its vaccine supply. We'll have details next.
You're watching Fulton Today.
Portions of the following segment are part of the Fulton County Common Ground Initiative. Common Ground, the county's comprehensive solution to the problem of health disparities in the community.
Reassurances from health services professionals regarding our vaccine supply, that is the focus of this week's Common Ground report. Recently, a federal agency warned that some health providers were not properly storing their vaccines. Well, County Medical Director Matthew McKenna wants those served by our health centers to know that our vaccines are 100% effective and safe.
At our clinics, every refrigerator meets the standards that are described by the CDC. They're not refrigerators that somebody pulls out of somebody's dorm room. I mean, they're very well engineered according to CDC guidelines. The temperatures are checked twice a day and kept on a log. And all of our refrigerators are linked to an online alarm system so that if the temperatures go out of whack, there's an immediate alarm sounded and people can come and move the vaccines through a apparatus that is operating appropriately.
Dr. McKenna says vaccines must be stored at the proper temperature to remain effective. Generators like this one power our vaccine refrigerators. They run on dual power sources so that natural gas kicks in case electricity fails. You can call health services with any questions or concerns that you might have about the vaccine safety, but there is no need to worry about vaccinations received at Fulton County Health Centers. The Fulton Fresh Mobile Farmers Market is back in business for the second year in a row. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has the story about the kickoff.
In its first year, using just one truck, the Fulton Fresh Mobile Food Market delivered some 5 tons of food to over 900 residents. This year, there's a second delivery truck, thanks to a grant from the Arthur Blank Youth Foundation.
This means that we are able to serve more communities that have food that are considered to be food deserts. We are able to go out to not 4 locations, but 16 locations around the county.
The county manager created the program, which not only provides locally grown fresh vegetables and fruits, but also teaches proper food preparation.
You know, if you cook you cook it down to mush, then it's not worth even eating the vegetables. And so we've got some great extension agents who are able to work directly with you and other members of the community to show us how to make those fruits and vegetables appetizing and retain the vitamins and nutrients that they have.
Those who received fresh food last year are overjoyed the program has not only been continued but expanded.
What I'm doing now is trying to keep my blood pressure down and trying to keep my cholesterol down, just eating vegetables and fruit.
This is my second year as a breast cancer survivor, and so I have been on the path. Even before that, I was on the path of make sure I have fresh vegetables and fresh fruits and stuff like that. And last year when I came at the last minute, I enjoyed totally the whole packet.
Getting fresh food directly into the kitchens of seniors is one goal, but to halt the rise in obesity, diabetes, and heart disease, it's also important to teach future generations that the key to good health is eating the proper foods. I'm Lynn Vaughn, FGTV.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Now, Cooperative Extension offers healthy cooking classes to many groups and organizations all year round. To sign up or to inquire about participating in the Fulton Fresh Mobile Farmers Market, call 404-332-2400, and there's more information online at ugaextension.com/Fulton. More now on the services at the newly opened Adamsville Regional Health Center. As visitors toured the facility, they learned about other amenities at their disposal, including the library resource room. When health providers render their diagnoses, patients can immediately research them in the library resource room.
The library is a place for health information. You know, it's important that for people to take care of themselves and to know about their health, for them to be able to access authoritative, good health information, and they can do that through the library, either coming into any of our libraries or through our website.
And that web address is afpls.org. You can find the number to any of the 34 branches there or call the main number for help. It's 404-730-1700. And up next, a special observance at the library brings out the special sounds of someone special here at FGTV. We'll get to listen when we come back.
Watching Fulton Today.
Well, music could be heard at the Central Library, and an outside audience took part in the fun. FGTV's own Daryl Peak and friends entertained visitors at the library as a part of the annual Black Music Month.
Music is important because when you hear a certain song, it can give you a special feeling. You know, a song can make you fall in love, or if you're in love, you'll remember that song because of the person.
Black Music Month started in 1979 under President Jimmy Carter and has been recognized by each presidential administration since then.
Being that it's Black Music Month, it's an excellent way to introduce our patrons to the materials and resources that we have available on music.
After the month's observance, music will continue to play in the libraries across the county. You can visit the website to see the lineup of events. The work of a renowned African-American artist now has a home at the Southwest Library. Jacob Lawrence has been credited with being one of the leading figurative artists and the first to document African-American history through significant artworks. His John Brown series is now on display at the Southwest Atlanta Library. This series chronicles the heroic events of a white abolitionist named John Brown.
I really would love for people to come see the collection, and not only that, but see some of the other art collection, public art collections.
The John Brown series by Jacob Lawrence is a part of the Southwest Atlanta Library's permanent collection. For more information, log on to afpls.org. And before we go, we'd like to remind you that we'd like to hear from you about the stories and programs here on FGTV. Go to our website to take a survey, or you can email or call us. The number 404-612-8317. The email address is fgtv.feedback@fultoncountyga.gov. You can also follow us on twitter.com/FGTV or friend us on Facebook. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis. Thank you for joining us. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.